What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for joining us again for yet another video where we're here trying to maintain and grow and germinate and do all the great things to our new GCI Cool Blue fescue and Kentucky bluegrass here in North Carolina. Thanks again for watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you would, just hit the subscribe button. It helps me out, helps the channel out, and we appreciate that very much. Today, guys, I want to get into a new tool I got from Amazon. So this bad boy right here is what you would call a lawn edger. Something I've never owned, something my dad never owned. Dad growing up in our property was always a gasoline powered weed eater. That's how he would weed eat, but we never did edging in our yard. And I've noticed, man, my wife is like, I want that clean looking edge. We see it at my business, we see it in some homes around here, very few. But this little bad boy we got off of Amazon. It was one of their Amazon choices. It's $27, and it even gives you some quick instructions on the back. But obviously you just put it in the ground where you want it to edge and step down, and you create a nice clean edge. So that's something me and Miss Ferguson have been playing with. We'll go and look at, we did the front yard the other day while it was kind of drizzling, so it made it kind of simple to do it while the ground was soft. So yeah, for 27 bucks, if you've not edged out your driveway and have a desire for those clean looks, highly recommend. It's durable, it hasn't bent in any way, even from hitting rocks and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool tool. So as you guys saw, we started working on the shed. So we did trample all over the work we did previously down here, where we've got we threw down some extra GCI seed, Cool Blue seed, and we put down some Old Scots fescue seed down there. Now for the past 2 days, on Saturday and Sunday here in North Carolina, we've had probably about 2 inches of rain. It rained pretty good, and I've walked around, and everywhere where I've put down seed here lately, we have baby grass shoots popping up. So like I said in the previous videos, something about the rain that the Lord gives you, man, it makes that grass just take off. So all of a sudden, after these 2 days of rain, everywhere that I'm looking where I've put down seed, we have baby grass coming up, almost an inch tall. So pretty cool, pretty exciting. I'm tempted to mow today. I don't know if we'll mow it today, but when I do, we'll try to capture some footage. But again, this will be our third mow. We want to continue to thicken up the lawn. If you've been keeping up with GCI and Pete's videos, he's doing lots of work out there in his test plot and at his job, and he's saying mow, 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 thicken the yard. So that's absolutely what I'm trying to do. You got to remember, you know, we try to keep fescue around 3.5 to 4 inches, but it's cool. There's no stress on the fescue now. We're growing it. We need to cut that baby fescue so it can expand the roots and begin to mature and thicken up. So we need to drop down our mower, and that's what I did my last cut, and I may even drop it down another inch, just so we can cut a little bit even lower to catch some more of the grass that's coming up. But also I want to be very careful and sensitive to the baby grass that's just now coming up. So I encourage you, get out, make sure you're mowing, drop that mower down with your fescue. Yes, we do want to keep it to 3.5 and 4 inches when it's going to be under stress in the summertime, obviously, mainly, and in the springtime. But here in the fall, and like Pete said, even over winter into the early spring, we can drop it down a little bit, because there is little stress on fescue at this time. So that's the mentality I had of why I was dropping mine down, and Pete kind of encouraged it. So I want to encourage you in the same advice. Lower that mower down, cut it a little nicer. Look at how different your yard will look when you cut it lower than you normally do. The only other thing, guys, that I wanted to update you on was about 2 days ago, right before the rain began, we threw down let's see, I did Humic 12 and I did RGS once again. Obviously, I wanted to get it in the soil before the rain began. I have not used the GCI natural adjuvant yet. When I do, I will let you guys know how that goes. But I did put down 4 ounces per 1,000 square foot RGS, and I did, if I'm not mistaken, 6 ounces per 1,000 square feet of Humic 12. So I'm continuing to put that down. I didn't see a need to really record it. My strap broke on my my backpack sprayer, and it was a mess, and I was trying to hurry and get it done before the rain came, so didn't record that, but just wanted to let you guys know I'm continuing with the biostimulants. I'm trying to get this dirt right, trying to get it loosened up, the soil with that humic acid, and obviously the RGS, trying to promote root growth just as much as possible before we get our first frost here and the growing season stops. So guys, with that said, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and edge out this back porch, and I may kind of time lapse it, make it go by a little bit quicker, but I haven't edged the back porch here, and it's something I can do real quick. It shouldn't, but as you see, you know, I obviously trim it with our weed eater, and it's not bad. It's not like grass is hanging over all the sides or anything of that nature, as you can see there behind me, but I do want to put the line in the ground, so I'll do my best to capture that, and then we'll go around up the front and let you see the driveway. I think it looks way better when you edge it like that, so maybe something you want to do. I hope to be cutting today, but I've also got some little weeds popping up. I don't know if you'll be able to see it just from me putting the camera up like this, but we got these little broadleaf weeds that are popping up, nothing that Speed Zone can immediately knock out and take care of. So eventually, you know, we're going to spray some Speed Zone down and knock out some of these little weeds I'm seeing. I'm noticing a lot around the neighborhood there's little weeds, the same type of weed, I'm not sure what it is, popping up all over the neighborhood. So it's something we'll hit eventually, and then I'll capture some footage of the mow whenever I do that as well. So let's do some edging real quick and see what you think.
I never stop to see you cry. I never listen to your tears and praise. Oh no, I never stop to see you try. I never listen to the words you say. Oh no, I never look in your eyes of sorrow. I never listen to your cries of pain. You get the love and I don't care. I'm sometimes foolish and so vain. Oh no, I never told you that I love you, when all you did you took from me. But honey, if you ever leave me, I'll never make it okay. Oh no, oh no. Oh no.
All right, so we've went around all the edges with our fine little edger here. So then the very simple next thing you want to do is take your flat shovel and just go about, pick up any of them that overhang. Now the overhang here on the back patio, guys, is very minimum because I do trim it and keep it pretty much off the concrete. But we did in our front yard, we had it to where it was, you know, 2-3 inches of grass over the concrete, where you want to take your flat shovel and you just want to slide it on the sides, take off any excess, throw it in a pile and dump it in the woods. So we'll try to gather any of that, and we'll be done. It's that simple. All right, guys, so that's it. You know, we've done the edge. You can clearly see the line here that we've created along the edge of the patio. Disregard some of my daughter's stuff, but you know, if we get over here, you can see. Now what I'll do is take the weed eater, and obviously when I trim along this line, it will just make it more pronounced. But we're defining that edge of the concrete now, which this is needed to be done in my lawn for some time. And then this is where we scraped up the excess that we chopped off on the side. So now you have those clean defined edges. Now we'll take the weed eater when we come back here after we mow, either today or tomorrow, and we'll define it even more. Some of this looks like we should be gathering up some of this right here, but it's looking good. So now we have a more defined edge here on the back patio, and it looks better. So once we clean this up a little more with the weed eater, it'll look even greater. So not a bad job, and pretty simple to do. So guys, we're gonna slip out here to the front driveway, and as I mentioned, me and my wife both did this right before all that rain came this past weekend. So I just want to show you what this looks like. And again, if you've done this, you are ahead of me. I'm just now getting around to edging my driveway and hoping to maintain it now with the weed trimmer. But if you've never done this, just consider, hey, a $27 tool on Amazon. You can pop open another tab next to this Mr. Ferguson video, which you don't want to close. You want to watch the whole thing, I know. But yeah, let's go look at the front driveway, and I'll try to grab a screenshot maybe of the old driveway, the way it used to look versus how it looks now. To me, it's a dramatic difference, but also we're looking at it. So let's go look at it, and we'll talk about a couple of things. All right. So we just had the termite guy come and do his routine inspection. But as you see right here, from previous videos, guys, this was overhanging literally to right here, to where you see that mud spot. And we've cleaned it up. Let me get right over the line. I think right about here. You can see it cleaned it up very, very nicely. We even got leaves coming over it now. But this was all covered by grass when planting, and the rain that we've gotten, as you can see, is still a little moist. That may even be humic 12 or RGS sitting in there. But you can see the edge where we made that line. Water is now in the line. So there we go. We've lined it out to where you've got that clean edge. So very, very, to me, very noticeable. Now the next thing I need to do is, you see this grass. I don't know if you can see it under my car there, but we've got a little bit of weeds in here. I've got, as I mentioned, I need to get my speed zone, spray weeds in the yard, but also kill some of this junk in the cracks of our concrete. But overall, I just want you to see the difference. To me, it's very clear. The edging makes just the appearance of a well-maintained yard. Now it's a little more difficult here. This grass is established, and the trimmer, I've done this, we've cleared all this off, but I'm gonna have to try to maybe more pronounce with the weed eater. But and then over here, the grass is not tall enough yet, so really over here you can see it more towards the more maintained area of the lawn right here. So just wanted to show that to you. I think is a really good $27 investment. And yeah, this thing's going to the dump. Kids, if you've had them, you got to walk outside. What is this random stroller doing here? Anyway, we had grass literally 4 or 5 inches over the concrete, and it was there, and it was gorgeous up until like May of last year. It never died out. So that was pretty amazing that it could survive on the concrete for months and months and months like that. But yeah, so edge the driveway. If you've never done it, I would recommend it. It looks awesome, and I should have done it a lot sooner. And the next step will be to buy one of those blade edgers. I need one. If you guys have one that you want to give away that works, hey, let me know. I'll give you a shipping address. We could use one, test it out, but that'll be next on the list. But looks really good. And lastly, guys, I just wanted to show you, these are some of the weeds that I'm seeing popping up in my yard. Again, as I've walked around the neighborhood, as I do almost every day, I'm seeing these same weeds popping up in other neighborhoods as well. Yards that are maintained, yards that are not maintained. I'm seeing a lot of these little, almost like lily pad looking type weeds. Look at, it's just like boom, 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 boom. They've all just started popping up crazy, just almost like overnight, the past 2-3 days, with all this rain. So we're gonna load up some speed zone here shortly, spray these, and knock them out of existence. Here's another type, I think, that maybe is a different type of weed, but that's what I'm seeing all over in my area. But again, as Pete said, germination over here, it's been well over 2 weeks, so we are good here to go ahead and spray these. There's no reason to hold back, but man, it's just like, what in the world happened? Just like pop, 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 pop. But and this side really has just taken off really quickly lately. I don't know why. Maybe it's all the watering or something, but as we get down here, you can really see it's a little bit taller. Maybe that mow just really made it shoot up. But anyways, this is what I'm seeing a lot of. Maybe you guys are as well. Let me know in the comments below. But we're gonna take some speed zone to these bad boys and get rid of them here shortly. The last thing I wanted to mention to you guys while we were out here is we took some of the strips from the driveway, and you remember the sand spot? Well, there it is. After all that rain, you can kind of see it's mushed down some of the dirt there. but I'm hoping some of this established grass, some of this baby grass, I just couldn't. I was like, I don't want to kill my cute baby grass, but we threw it on top of the sand, so it may actually take root. I don't know. We'll find out together. Again, remember the sand here, while it's good for top dressing, it doesn't have any nutritional value for your grass, for your plant. That needs to be added. So it'll be curious to see if this little bit of dirt has enough nutrients to make it through that sand to the bottom where there's more delicious nutrients of the soil. And then right beside it, you see where we planted, it looks like some seed that's popping up there. So pretty cool to see. And then that's crazy. That lime that I threw down a long time ago, you still got areas where lime is still showing where it's like it didn't completely wash in. But wanted to show you those little strips that we put down, and we'll keep an eye on this and see if this transplant worked or if it all dies off. Well guys, I think that'll do it for this video. I'm gonna wrap it up there. We may do the next video with the mow, start with the mow, maybe with the spraying of the speed zone. As you see, it looks gorgeous. The leaves are beginning to fall. You may even see them falling while we're talking here, but I've been looking out the window this morning and yep, it's time. It's that time of year where the leaves are changing. It's just looking awesome. So time to mow, time to continue to try to mature this grass before our frost comes here in North Carolina. Let me adjust that a little bit, but we want to get it just as thick as we can before that frost comes. I want to get that carbon X down. I'm purposefully waiting to throw down carbon X more around the 25th, 26th, 27th time frame to really, I want to get that green going right around the Thanksgiving, or excuse me, Halloween time frame when everyone's walking around the neighborhood. So, and then we may even add on that some of the microgreen, maybe some more RGS at that point in time as well. So we're continuing. I'm waiting. My shipment should be here today with the termite treatment that we're going to apply to the building down here on the corner where we did see some termite damage. So we're waiting to do that. You see my dad, he stuck up the plywood and stuff we bought. It's against the building and then stuck up that board against a tree. So that's what that is down there. But we're waiting to apply the termicide, I believe is actually what it's called, before we start working on the building again. But as you see, we've raised it as we showed in that video. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that video. It wasn't much content at all. It was just, I threw some filming out there. So please, I hope you guys understand that was just something for you guys to watch. So just a bonus video on a Wednesday. So thank you guys for watching so much. We will see you here on the next video. I hope your lawns are doing well. Hope you guys are getting prepared for a domination Halloween season. And we'll see you here on the next video.